making a decision as to how your day is going to go, and it's going to go, believe it or not, just about the way you expect it to go. You've heard the story of people who send letters to chambers of commerce in different cities looking for a beautiful city to raise my children in. And if the chamber president is real smart, he sends back a letter and says, well, how did things go in your city? Well, there was gangs, and there was this, and there was that, and the police were this, and the police were that. Sends it back. So then the president says, guess what? It's going to be the same way here. Because you take with you exactly what you try and leave behind. There is no easy way to just say, well, I'm going to pick up in Long Beach and go to Lakewood, and everything's going to be okay. Well, you get to Lakewood, and well, Long Beach has this, and this, and not too good. And you get to Lakewood, and before long, the same problems you were having in Long Beach, you're going to find you have in Lakewood. And that just seems to be the way it is. Sure, some areas are better, some areas are worse. But it's a decision that you have made subconsciously or consciously that I'm going to see this department or that department in a certain light. I will tell you this, I got a ticket Friday, right on the corner of Lakewood and Carson. They have a double turning lane, left turning lane there now. And there's yellow lines down the middle of the street, and they're broken yellow lines. So I've never, ever, as long as I can remember going there, I always turn into the yellow and go right up to the left turn. And that was when they had just one turn. So I pulled in like I always do. I looked behind me and I see this policeman sitting in the back of my pickup truck. And I thought, what's he doing? Because I didn't have a seatbelt on either. I was really upset. So that's what we thought he got us for. There's no seatbelt. So we go around the corner, puts the light on, moves me over, comes up to the window and says, you made an illegal left turn. You went through the wrong way. You went over a double line. I said, wait a minute. I said, that's a broken yellow line for close to a mile. Well, yeah, but you rolled over the double line. Now, I don't know if that meant if I'd gone in back here and gone through it, I'd have been all right. But I got to think about it. I thought, is this all the city of Long Beach got to do is send 2 police officers out here, there's got one right behind me, to do this? No safety violations whatsoever. It's a new double line that goes across. So I got to looking, and the next corner, they put little trees up, like, what do you call them, bumpers. So you can't go through there, and then they put a yellow line across. So it looks like an island. This just looks like straight ahead. Well, it's not right, let me tell you, so don't do it.
I did it, and I didn't get caught.
And you didn't get caught. So my perception immediately is, this is the most, and I won't use the words I used, but it is the most CS budget policeman I ever saw. Nice guys, they really were. I even tried to steal his pencil, or his pen, and he says, can I have my pen back? And I says, no. And he looked at me, and I handed it to him, and I said, well, I thought I could at least get something out of this deal if I had a lousy ticket. He just walked to the back. They don't like you to be too.
Could have got 2 tickets, huh?
I don't get thankful. And so anyway, it's another situation is, well, if you don't pay, if you go to school, you don't have to pay it, but we're going to charge you $30 to tell you what school you can go to, and then you got to pay to go to school.
Then you have to send it to your insurance.
No, they don't send it. Yeah, supposedly, but they do. They do. So being a nice minister and lover of God, I said to myself, I'll be danged if I'll give the city of Long Beach one stinking more dollar than what that ticket's worth. I don't care if my insurance goes up $500. See how we make our own conscious decisions how we're going to act. Now, I think that our county officers in Lakewood are wonderful guys. I got all kinds of good results with them. But the city of Long Beach and I do not get along, never have got along. But that's my property. That's my problem. And this is what I'm saying. We each make these decisions. When somebody asks you, you say, and you're in a situation, just like there. If he said, who are you? I could say, I am that. I am. I'm a violator of the law. I am. Because possibly I was, I don't know, depending on how much it is, I may try and fight it. I don't know that it'll make one bit of difference. But we have to make those decisions. Now, if I want to stay angry at this gentleman, this policeman, then it ruins my day. But if I wanted to say, okay, I'll pay the fine, I won't give him the money, then that's another choice. My insurance goes up, that's still my choice. I can't go to an auto club and say, well, just because I didn't go to class, it was such a lousy ticket, should have never been given in the first place, you can't raise my rates. Well, the next thing, I'll be without insurance. Because they have the last say. Are you seeing what I'm saying? When Moses went to the land of honey and told the people, I can't enter with you, but I want you to go in there and tell me what is there, so I'll know. And one comes back and says, well, there was this lousy cop that was giving tickets for guys going over double lines. You're going to say, well, maybe we hadn't better go. But Moses said, no. I want to get another opinion. And the next guy comes back and says, these great guys that make sure you get around the corners fine, they don't allow a mistake in the law or whatever it is, they watch over you. I think it's a pretty good place. You have the choice to go in and say, okay, I'll buy that. Or like me, you can go in and say, well, that lousy so-and-so. Chances are I will probably get another, as I said, CS ticket by the city of Long Beach somewhere along the line in the near future. I've had 3 of them which I thought were horrible. That weren't really violations of anything except I needed money. They needed money. That was my opinion. Still is my opinion. But this is what I'm saying about Moses. Everybody says, well, these are secret codes. They're not. These stories in the Bible were written by gentlemen and ladies, just like you and I, who were trying to explain how things happen spiritually. And most of us never have. Like I say, I've been in this new thought ever since I was a kid. And I've just started to really understand, and my way of understanding it is all this stuff are nothing but stories to help me get through life. To make my day a better day. No, it's up to you. How do you want to believe it? It's the absolute Word of God, that God's going to come down and strike you if you don't do this or do that. That's fine. But be prepared to have it happen. Or you can say, God is forgiving, loving, caring, and as long as I follow the principles set down in the 10 Commandments, then I should have no problems at all as far as making things, getting things to happen in my life that are of a positive nature. Isn't it terrible to be your own responsibility? It's scary. I heard on the television the other night, some kids were saying, yeah, but we don't want to be responsible. That's up to the government. Folks, you are the government. You better get with it. I got a story, and I'm going to finish real quick with this. I don't know how many of you watch the College World Series, the softball World Series, the girls. Last night, I don't remember who it was, UCLA and Arizona, or one of them were playing. And in between innings, they had this video of this girl who hit her very first home run, and I don't really know what it was, in an all-star game, I believe it was. Very first home run. In 4 years, she'd been in college. Ball hit her first home run. As she ran around first base, she twisted her ankle. And she fell on the ground. And there she lay. And the coach from the other thing, her team says, well, can we help her? And the umpire says, no, you cannot. He says, well, what is the issue here? What do we do? He says, you can put in a pinch runner. The 2 runs that scored on the home run will count, but her run will not count. She'll have to have a runner at first. So there happened to be the first baseman who happened to know the rules very well. goes to her coach and says, rule such and such says, we can help her. And the coach says, well, see what you can do. So she went to the umpire, gave him the rule, and the umpire says, yes, you're quite right.